Alright, what is up, Florida Outdoors people? Welcome back to the Florida Outdoorsman channel. As you can see, we've got a whole pile of stuff here today. I was going to go beach fishing for you guys today. The problem is it's 50 degrees out, and I'm cold, even though I'm in shorts and flip-flops. That's just my default wear, whatever. Doesn't matter. So I decided, with turkey hunting coming up next week, I shouldn't make you guys suffer by having you go an entire week without my beautiful face. So here we are. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through all of the stuff that I typically bring on turkey hunting. This is mostly the gear that I would bring when I'm hunting out of the truck. If I'm backpacking, it's a lot less, which you're going to see both this season, hopefully. Both truck hunting and backpacking. You'll at least see truck hunting. We'll see about backpacking, but I've rambled on long enough. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button for this video if you like it so far, or if you like it at all. I do appreciate it. It really does help out the channel. But we'll start here and work our way this way. So right here we have the decoys. So typically, if I'm backpacking, I'm going to go with just one hen decoy, if I even do decoys at all. So we have the hen decoy, you set it down, and you basically just have the turkey come in. So typically when I am truck camping, I'm going to set out probably 2 hen decoys and then 1 Jake decoy. When I'm doing the Jake decoy, I'll probably set the tail down like this, kind of perpendicular, kind of like a submissive position. If the turkeys are very aggressive, then I'll put in the full tom mode and they'll come in and we can get them. I have the turkey call in the back of the house. I didn't bring it with me this time, so if you guys want a full tutorial on how to call turkeys, let me know and I will do that for you guys. The next thing is you need a good pair of mud boots. As you can see from the weather, it is raining. It's springtime in Florida, so there's going to be springtime storms. Every place is going to be muddy. Plus, again, even if it wasn't, it's Florida, so it's going to be muddy. It's going to be swampy for these Osceolas. So a good pair of mud boots is what you need. I typically like the ones that go about like halfway up my calf. That way I have more that I can walk through, and especially for days like this when it's 50 degrees, that keeps me warm. So next thing, again, wouldn't bring this backpacking because it's too much, but we have the blind. Throw the blind out, hide it, and start calling for the turkey. So I like the blind because with the blind I can kind of move around a little bit more than I can without the blind, obviously. I'm not as mobile, which is why this is kind of like a you set it and you forget it on that. So yeah, it's an Ameristep doghouse blind. It can fit 2 people, 1 person very comfortably, 2 people adequate. It's just a little pop-up blind. I've used it for turkey hunting before. If you remember the Remington 870 story that I told, that was inside of this blind. So next thing that we have is we have the vest. For the longest time, I didn't go with a vest. I didn't think it was necessary, and then I actually got a vest, and I realized very much how necessary it was. I can throw the decoys in the back here and not have to carry them in this green tote. I can put all of my calls in here, hand warmers, stuff like that, extra ammo, call, stuff like that. And then it also has a fold down seat. So it's magnetic. I don't know if the mic is actually picking that up. Definitely useful. So yeah, didn't wear the vest for the longest time. Now I swear by wearing a vest. As you can see, this gear for the most part is kind of old. I mean, shoot, it's probably been 10 years that I've been turkey hunting with this gear. So let's move on to the next section of little things that I've started bringing nowadays, now that I've started to be a little bit better at hunting. So let's do that. I'll be back with you guys in a second. So this is just another style of decoys. I forget what these even are. Probably redhead, knowing me, because I like redhead stuff. But if you can see inside of here, newspaper stuffed in, because, well, that's just an old turkey hunter trick. I don't even know if it's old, but it is a trick that I learned. This is just a different style of tom. As you can see, no tail here, or no fan here that I can adjust. This is typically the one that I would use first, and then if the birds are really fired up, I'll use the other one and make it big and open, so that way we can bring in the big toms and the big toms. Sorry, I confuse myself sometimes because jakes are small ones like this with the little beard and the young birds. So this is the jake decoy. It's just the young birds, the one with the little beards. It's just the younger birds, and the toms are the bigger birds, the ones with the long beards, the long spurs, all that stuff. I could sit here and talk for hours about turkeys. It is genuinely one of my favorite things to hunt. I've kind of taken a step back just because it's been hard to do with living down here, and it's all excuses. I haven't had the time, and I haven't had the drive to do it, but turkeys are some of my favorite things to hunt. So, the next thing, gotta have the monster. Can't help it, gotta have it. It fuels me. It's the best thing. It's the best energy drink in my opinion. You can have your own opinion, but that's on you. Just want to point out, none of this stuff that I've shown you was sponsored to me, was given to me, was anything other than purchased by me. All right? So this is my honest review of all of this stuff. And I wouldn't use this stuff if I didn't actually like it. So there's your review for all this gear. Next thing is I've started wearing these, especially when I'm driving around looking for the turkeys. But it's a pair of binos. All right, these are Vortex. These are very nice binos. That's why they're protected in here, so that way I can't break them because I have a tendency to break things. And then usually keep extra ammo in this one or inside the vest. And then the range finder. I don't speak for everyone, but I typically want to put the birds at around, the bird decoys around 30 to 40 yards. That's my sweet spot. That's where I want to keep them, so that's why I have the rangefinder. The binos, again, to help me scout. And it just never hurts to have a good pair of binos just in case. And then finally, we have the Remington 870 Super Express. I did a whole video on that. I did a whole story time. on the shotgun. If you guys want to check out that video, where I go a little bit more in depth on that. But yeah, just the short version of that video. I love this shotgun. I've used this shotgun for years, from everything from turkey hunting to duck hunting to just shooting in general. It won me against that competition against Lucy, that one video. So yeah, it's definitely a great shotgun. Shoots 2 3/4, 3-inch, and 3.5-inch shells. So she kicks like a mule, but she's a good shotgun. But yeah, that's all the gear. I didn't bring the turkey calls out, like I said. So if you want a tutorial on how to actually call, let me know. That will probably be a YouTube short. I don't think I'm going to do a whole video on calling for turkeys. Maybe I'll do one on how I set up the actual decoys, and the spread and the calling den. Maybe that's the video we'll do if you guys want a turkey hunting call tutorial. It'll be decoy setup and calling. But that wind is picking up. I'm freezing cold. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys. So thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit short, and it's not what you've been receiving lately. I apologize for that, but it's been raining, it's cold, and the fish haven't been biting. I know that's an excuse, but next week we're going turkey hunting, so we will at least have some turkey hunts on film. All right. With that being said, guys, always remember, if you ain't wet, you ain't hunting in Florida. See you guys. Oh man, guys, I got my hat wet.